Welcome to Charlottesville, home of the University of Virginia and the Cavaliers, where around here they say learning never ends, and they hope to teach a lesson in this one. Today, a clash between a couple of ACC rivals in a game that could have big-time implications for the rest of the season. As we'll see, the Boston College Eagles taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the Virginia Cavaliers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Cavaliers will kick it away first. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Boston College's offense will have the first possession of the game. And there's a man who believes he is always open. He carries that swag and that aura of a big-time playmaker, guys.
He's got to catch the football. If you're the quarterback coming into this one, you are looking for this guy early, and David, you're looking for him often.
And this offense better find ways to feature him. Find him, like you said, Jesse, early, often, deep, shallow. Get this man the football.
Hit the afterburners, kid. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
Nice job getting outside, right? Those running backs, they get on those tracks, they run outside. Now they're in the open field, and it's so tough. Those safeties are flying down, try to get an angle, but you could tell the speed sets them up, makes the big play out to the left.
He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll move it back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Back to throw, it's Marshall. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Let's not complicate this. My man is better than your man. Find your matchups and go get him.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-game land. Boston College right back to the line. It'll be a draw. He couldn't get close to the marker, got 3 yards, but it'll be 4th and 3. Here comes the field goal unit. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. It is perfect. And that'll put the first points. It's 3-0.
One thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
So the Virginia Cavaliers offense will try to get something going with their first possession. When a guy gets off the ball as quickly as he does, you know he's going to be breathing down your neck, and you got to get rid of it, Jesse.
This quarterback's good, but he better have a clock going off in his head. He knows he's not going to have a lot of time to get rid of the football. That's a big matchup in this game.
Well, and that's what I love about this guy, because he affects the quarterback whether he gets to him or not. He knows he's there. He's that kind of good coming off the edge. Let's see how this QB performs under pressure.
On the ground, it's Buck. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, 3rd, 4th quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Running back goes in motion. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited, and the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the 4th quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the 4th quarter.
tell you guys, this fullback is not just a blocker. He can catch the football, and he can also run it, especially on third down. What a weapon.
The Cavaliers getting set on 1st and 10. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. Makes the catch. It's Buck. And just a short and safe pass play. They pick up a few.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. The back goes in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Fires downfield. He's got it. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. That's always going to extend the play, make it harder on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end, and just did a nice job getting outside the pocket and getting into the big fella at tight end.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And the Cavaliers will punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. And the returner will be brought down. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. You kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
Quarterback adapting. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking to throw, it's Marshall. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close. That's the end of the quarter, and Boston College has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They've switched into the field, and we're ready to get things started here in the second. Boston College will send out the punt team. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. I think a big part of this for young quarterbacks out there is if you're going to be throwing into zone coverage, you got to throw on time. You can't stare down receivers because the entire defense has their eyes on you, so you can't telegraph where the ball is going. You've got to hold it to the very last possible second. Try to freeze defenders with your eyes and then throw the ball into open areas of the field, anticipating where your guy's going to be.
On second down, he'll fire. Blasted as he lets it go. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The Cavaliers will go for it here on fourth down. The option look. He'll pitch it. At the 35, he's loose. A tremendous run. He was full bore after taking that pitch. Just sweet execution.
There's 11 guys on offense there, locked in and playing together. That was a critical fourth down in their opponent's territory. Everybody did an outstanding job of executing, and now they get to stay on the field.
And the Cavaliers look to keep this drive humming. Looking to go up top on first down. Buys a little time with his feet. Pulls it in. It's Buck. Push down for the tackle.
He's just got a knack. I mean, he just finds his way out of things and scrambles outside the pocket and then makes plays, gets completions. It's just so frustrating for a defense to try to bottle a guy up like this with so much talent.
Quick pass on the jet motion. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving.
And this offense has got it all working, right? It's just been tough. This defense is on its heels, can't figure it out. A bunch of plays in a row now, a bunch of success.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Cavaliers!
This guy just has a nose for the end zone, and you love his ability to find creases, use his speed in the open field, and go score. He's been really good for his offense early this year. That already his 5th rushing touchdown on the season.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13. Boston College wants to play fast. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. He only needs a sliver of daylight. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah.
Fires toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Virginia!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing it because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Louisiana is ahead in this one, but unlike the days of Jake Delhomme and Brian Mitchell, this has not been a blowout today in Lafayette. They're up by 7 over Texas A&M. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Got it in the middle. It's Potts. Stopped after making the catch. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Buying some time. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple. After that sack, the O-line better get its act cleaned up. Third down coming. Dances away from the heat. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. They'll throw it on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
You know, it's difficult for QBs sometimes when you're throwing to your running backs because they're not receivers. You really got to be perfect with the ball placement. You got to make that a catchable throw. A little bit too tough for the RB on that one.
And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And that was a simple play. Simple pitch and catch. It's an easy short route. It's a hitch that they've thrown this 4,000 times to each other in practice. And you just...
Oh, look out. There he goes. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Boston College. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. They've got time. They've got the lead. And David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it. So, Jesse, don't do anything stupid to create some momentum for the other side.
I think a lot of this comes down to your quarterback and whether or not he's making good decisions in this game. If yes, be aggressive. If not, let's just take the lead into halftime and get ready for the second half.
And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
And that's what I love about this offense, man. They run the football and get first downs. They throw the football and get first down. So much balance. That's why they're the #2 offense in all of college football getting first downs. They are so hard to defend.
A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. And the defense gets to the quarterback. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
And that is priority #1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback. Affect him. Get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. He just didn't have a chance to get loose and make his way to that first down marker.
I think fans get upset sometimes. Like, run your route past the sticks so we get the first down. But nice job by the defense understanding where the sticks were and forcing the fourth down.
Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. That time they were in their own territory. That took some lower intestinal fortitude.
It definitely did. And listen, if that's what you're going to be, that's who you're going to be. You're going to be that kind of offense and be aggressive, then stick with who you are. And apparently, nowadays, going for it on your own end, it really ain't nothing.
And they got him for the sack. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. He's back to throw on second down. A shot toward the end zone. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
All right, guys, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Charlottesville. And, you know, in a day where the spread option and air raid are the offenses of choice, how nice is it to see the 3 yards and a cloud of dust approach? Although we've also seen some runs go for a lot longer. Physical offensive lines coupled with great backs is like a throwback to the olden days, and that's refreshing. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at the Carl Smith Center and Scott Stadium.
Boston College ready to kick things off and start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you hit the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Here comes the offense on second down. Handoff to the fullback. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2. Trying to pick up a first down. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on 3rd down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31.
I'll tell you what, fullbacks are kind of dying breeds. You just don't use them very much. So when you bring them in the game, a lot of times you bring them in the game to be physical and stout blockers, and then occasionally you give them the ball in those short yardage situations. You say, go get me a first down.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
On the option. Now the pitch. At the 45 on his way. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds. The Cavaliers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll go to the fullback. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Well, they get another big run for a first down, and if you're on on offense, you love the way your offensive line is blocking early in this game. They're getting tremendous movement, and they're making life pretty easy for these running backs right now.
A run up the middle is stuffed for no gain. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the field goal unit is on the field. He'll try to put one down the boulevard from 42 yards out. The field goal is no good. Guys, after the miss, still up by 4.
Virginia, 14. Boston College, 10.
BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays. Everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Boston College right back to the line. Looking to throw for it. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. And he's brought down after a nice gain. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Use the play fake. Now to throw. It's complete to the left. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And the Golden Eagles are marching down the field. They're looking to pass from the red zone. He's got the back in the middle. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Back to pass, it's Marshall. He's got his man. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Virginia has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Trying to punch it in. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage, trying to throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Trailing and getting deep in the game, they'll go for it. Touchdown, Eagles! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
And he made the extra point without problem. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. That is a time-honored way to slow down the rush, hit him with the screen, and a chunk play.
Yeah, such a great job because you're flying up the field to get to the quarterback because everything looks like pass down the field. Let those guys get up the field for it right behind him. He does a little bit of the rest, making some moves, getting upfield, making the big play.
The defense is playing a 3-4, so there's some natural bubbles up front. I think that's where this offense is trying to attack them with that fullback run. Nice job by the linebacker, though, getting him down.
Tackled after picking up the first down.
Man, that quarterback can go. Just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
What they would give to help their kicker out with a few yards on 3rd down. From here, it would be a 55-yarder. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up 2nd and short.
And the fullbacks, usually are typically in there to block, right? Those are the big, strong guys that usually lead the way for the running back. But occasionally you slip it to them, and you probably don't do it too much and don't make a living off it. But when you get a nice little chunk like this, maybe you find another way to give him the football.
And the Cavaliers have moved it inside the 20. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, how about that? They turn around and hand it off to the big fella, and he's able to get the first down. Nice play.
The Cavaliers come to the line with a fresh set of downs.
29 Philly, 2-9 Philly.
Pre-snap motion, quarterback trying to get a read. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Once you start getting closer to the end zone, you start bringing in more big bodies, right? They're going to run the football more. The field shrinks. I can run different coverages, but really nice job saying, that's fine. You bring in the big bodies. I'm going to toss the ball in the perimeter for a nice positive game.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Touchdown, Cavaliers! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Man, this game has been incredible to watch, and the offense comes through late in the game, takes the lead. What a clutch drive by this offense. Now, I'm looking at you, defense. You got the lead late in the game. I need you to go put this thing on ice and win it for me.
Now that they have the lead, this kickoff unit has to stay in their lane, create some field position, and hand it over to the defense. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots, throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. Dropping back, it's Marshall. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense.
It's such a fine line offensively. Late in the game, you got to score, you got to make big plays, but you can't turn the football over. Big time mistake. This one might cost him.
Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. So that defense keeps the lead right where it is and a chance to build on it, David.
Yeah, the defense did a great job. Now, the offense, you know what you're going to get from this defense. They have to be aggressive. They're trying to get the football back later in the game, Jesse.
Because they're going to be so aggressive too, David, you know, on offense now, you have a chance to break one maybe. In the run game or finding a one-on-one matchup in the passing game to really pad the lead.
On second down, let's see if they go right back to the run and put this game on ice. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. A third down try for the offense. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Virginia.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on third and short. And the Cavaliers pick up the first down.
And don't complicate things. Give it to the big fella. By the way, the fullback who blocks all the time, does all the dirty work. Hand it to him, let him plow ahead, Palmer, and get that first down.
Are we in a time warp? Like, what year is this? Is this 1995? We're handing off to fullbacks again. That's a play that is basically extinct now in college football, but I love it because it caught the defense off guard, able to get a nice one there.
It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the games, right? You don't know when those moments present themselves. How are they going to handle it? Great job handling a close game, executing down the stretch like they needed to.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.